All right, let's do a quick video that compares the Xvive to the new PTX-U. All right, so let me show you what's happening here. So I have the Xvive in aux 1 and I'll have the PTX-U in aux 3. I would have done aux 2, but they were just a little slim to fit. And now I have them at the exact same level, aux 1, aux 3, exactly the same. And from there, I plugged in here. PTX is on channel 1, Xvive channel 2. It's a little snug, but it fit. So let's go test it. Okay, so we're in business. I just set it up, brought the monitor about, let's say about 30-40 feet away from the board. What I'm going to do is check to see the levels and see if it makes any difference at all going towards the board. Remember what I said, aux 1 is the Xvive and aux 3 is the PTX-U. So let's unmute aux 1.
Stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right
now. That's aux 1. This is aux 3. Let's unmute. This is aux 3 with the PTX-U. It sounds a little bit more distorted than the Xvive. Yeah, so while both of them work, it seems like the Xvive has a cleaner output than the PTX-U. But I mean, it functions in a pinch. You can just probably lower the music a little bit, but let's just check that one more time. This is the PTX-U. And then the Xvive.
us right now.
PTX-U, one more time.
Right now.
And the Xvive. And that's with an Everse 8, but from what I'm seeing, it's not too dissimilar, but definitely the Xvive has a little bit better quality. Cheers. So I'm just getting home after this gig, and I wanted to kind of wrap up and share my thoughts on the comparison between the Xvive U3 versus the Phenyx Pro PTX-U. So there's cost and benefits for both. For example, the Xvive is about twice the price of the PTU from the Phenyx Pro. It really just depends on your budget, what you're interested in doing, and your use case. For me, I use it for my monitors, and if I ever needed to have a wireless microphone or a satellite speaker in a pinch and I don't want to run any cables. Really good if you have an Everse or battery powered speaker. Here's the costs and some of the benefits and some things that you have to think about, okay? These both devices do essentially the same thing. Wireless XLR signals to your speaker or your system that can come from a line-in or from a microphone. Here's the benefits for the Xvive. I think it's has better build quality. You saw in the video that the quality that is coming out from the Xvive is much warmer. It's not losing some of that fidelity that I think was happening with the PTU. I think it's also the case that we can adjust the levels or whatnot, balance it out, and things can kind of come out in the wash. But when you're in a pinch and you're in an event, you don't want to be messing with those things. So I think the Xvive wins in that category. In terms of battery life, I think they're both about the same. I haven't had any issues. I usually charge it and it runs me for 2 or 3 gigs without any issues. Plus, both of these devices can be plugged in and running at the exact same time. So battery life, that's really not a big deal to me because I usually plug them in anywhere. All right, here's the benefits, I think, for the PTU. The PTU is, it has more signals, more channels that you can sync with. And I think it has 9 or 12 versus the Xvive that only has 4. So if there's any kind of disruption or any kind of noise in your city or town that you're in, that might be a deal breaker, right? You might want to go to the one with more frequency options for you to choose from. The other thing is the Xvive has a micro USB, I believe, a micro USB input, as opposed to the Phenyx Pro, which is a USB-C. And in my opinion, why are you using a micro USB in 2025? USB-C all the way, baby. Finally, I think this is kind of a balance and like personal preference. Both of them are still a little bulky, so it's kind of hard to get both of them in your device at the same time. I think at that point it's kind of a wash. The colors, all of that is a wash. I don't really care about those kind of things. For me, at the end of the day, your choices of what you want between these two devices. And for me, my use cases, I would prefer the Xvive over the Phenyx Pro. Even if it's twice the price, I want to make sure that I don't even need to think about this dropping on me or any kind of distortion, regardless of my use case. But your case might be different. You might not necessarily have to worry about that in your city or your town. You may be able to adjust the levels and make sure you're not getting that distortion like how I got. And it might be within your budget. You might have to buy 2 or 3 or 5, right? But for me, I bought both of them myself, and it is a convenience to not having to run your XLR cables all throughout the place. Like at cocktail hour or ceremony, you just don't want to have to think about it. Well, that being said, Xvive, in my opinion, is the winner, and both are decent devices, but you know, your use case and miles may vary. I'll see you all in the next one.